Okay, new technology. Does it liberate or does it constrain? By the way, this is also part response video to Professor Anton's thoughts on new media. Just to throw some biases are, as mentioned, it makes information cheap. Having all of this access makes, for some reason, it gives the illusion that all the material that you can create with this convenient, fast tools is cheap. Why? Because it's easy to produce. Because anybody can do it. Creating a video for YouTube, or the convenience of making a blog, or doing anything on the internet, which makes it unspecial because it becomes common. Point and shoot. Anybody can be an artist, anybody can be anyone, because you have all the how-to-dos. You've got all these tutorials online, and you've got all these communities that you can dive into and explore. At the same time, it's exhausting, and it makes thoughts, ideas, and people seem disposable. It makes the materials impersonal, because you don't have any responsibility over them. You don't have to choose it. You have every means of an exit. So another thing that's a bit frustrating is because people tend to pay attention to things that are entertaining or that catch their, attention. People who make media, or writers, or video directors, artists, they move towards entertainment instead of substance. And it sacrifices the artistry, it sacrifices the depth and the possibility of growing with your craft. Whether it's writing, painting, videos, whatever it is, performance. So these are just a few of the many different disadvantages of using these tools. But I don't want to dwell so much on this part, especially because it makes me feel more untrusting towards these materials. It makes me feel suspicious, and it makes me defensive. It doesn't help to be standing behind a perspective so helpless, and it's just not what I want to do. Instead, I want to focus more on the more growth encouraging attributes of this technology, one of which is that it allows me to constantly challenge myself, in a sense that I would like to use the energy of being overwhelmed by the material, of being overwhelmed by the presence of so much information, so much possibility and news, progress, to to use that energy into a challenge, to make it a challenge for me to overcome the obstacle of my own limitation, of my own lack of knowledge, wisdom, understanding. I want to engage with this material. I want to continue to entertain the possibility, not just of me growing into these tools, but also for me to grow with others using the same tools. I don't know if you share the same perspective, but if we are going to be hanging out in the sea of the internet, which we can't help but be in for some reason, we might as well consider a stand and represent ourselves accordingly.